Welcome students to another enthralling video summary of Chapter 5 from your textbook Introduction to Psychology, Gateways to Mind and Behavior, authored by Dennis Kuhn, John Mitterer and Tanya Martini. Today we're about to embark on an illuminating journey into the captivating realm of consciousness. In this chapter, we will unravel the very essence of consciousness, delving into its profound intricacies and shedding light on its multifaceted nature. Moreover, we will discern between disordered states of consciousness and the intriguing phenomena of altered states of mind, peeling back the layers to understand their distinct characteristics and implications. Have you ever wondered how we experience the world around us? The world is a symphony of sensory information, and our bodies are the orchestra, playing the music that our brain interprets. This begins with sensation, the raw data of experience. Imagine watching a stunning sunset, the colors painting the sky. Or perhaps you're listening to a beautiful melody that stirs your soul. These experiences start as physical energy, light waves or sound waves that our sensory organs capture. Now here's where the magic happens. Our sensory organs, like eyes and ears, transform this physical energy into electrical signals. This is called transduction. It's like translating a foreign language into one we understand. Once these signals are transduced, they're sent to our brain for interpretation. So sensation and transduction are the fundamental processes that allow us to perceive and understand the world around us. Now that we understand sensation and transduction, how do we determine what we can and cannot perceive? This is where thresholds come into play. There are two main types of thresholds in sensation: absolute and difference. The absolute threshold is the smallest level of stimulus we can detect. Think of it as the faintest whisper you can hear in a quiet room. On the other hand, the difference threshold, also known as just noticeable difference, is the smallest change in a stimulus that we can recognize. Picture this. You're in a dimly lit room and someone slightly increases the brightness. The moment you notice this change, that's the difference threshold at work. These thresholds are not static. They can vary among individuals and even within the same person under different conditions. So remember, thresholds play a crucial role in determining our sensory experiences. But what happens when there is too much information for our senses to process? Well, our senses are quite adept at reducing this sensory overload using four primary methods: habituation, adaptation, selective attention, and sensory gating. First, consider habituation. It's the process where our senses get used to repetitive stimuli. Ever notice how you stop feeling your watch on your wrist after wearing it for a while? That's habituation at work. Then we have adaptation, which is a bit like habituation's cousin. This is when our senses adjust to constant stimuli, like how your eyes adapt to a dark room after you switch off the light. Next, there's selective attention. This is like having a spotlight in a dark room, focusing on one thing while ignoring everything else. You're essentially zoning out irrelevant information, like tuning out a loud conversation in a bustling cafe. Lastly, we have sensory gating. This is when our brain decides which information to pay attention to and which to ignore, like ignoring the feeling of clothes against your skin. These mechanisms help us filter out unnecessary information and focus on what's important. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We discussed sensation and transduction, where sensory organs convert stimuli into signals our brain can interpret. We differentiated between absolute and difference thresholds, which are key in understanding our sensory limitations. Finally, we identified four ways our senses reduce information sent to the brain, streamlining our perception. That's all for now. Join us in the next video as we embark on a fascinating exploration of the myriad ways through which we acquire knowledge and comprehend the world around us. In this enlightening discussion, we will delve into the intricate connections between learning and various factors such as motivation, fatigue, maturation, disease, injury, and even the influence of drugs. We will uncover how each of these experiences has the potential to reshape our understanding of the world, consequently influencing our behaviors and reactions to the events that unfold in our lives. This transformative process may occur subtly, without our conscious awareness or deliberate thought, making it all the more captivating to unravel. Until then, keep perceiving, keep learning,